We are gonna have an absolute blast of a day today. Oh shit. We're gonna be mixing, well, I'm gonna be mixing drinks. So I'm trying to streamline the formulation process. I don't know if you can see me here. There you go. I'm trying to streamline the formulation process for our drinks. Because right now we use stevia, erythritol, and agave. And they're great. It's just that when we scale, fuck, I forgot my book. It's just that when we go to scale, sorry. It's just that when we go to, yeah. It's just, awesome. It's just that when we go to scale, it's gonna be, or when we're scaling, sourcing ingredients is gonna be a fucking pain. So the stevia and erythritol, like everywhere else, comes from China. Now, the lead time on that, with the place that we use, the lead time is 6 weeks for 1 metric ton. So I could order shitloads and waste a bit of money on it and then have it sit there for a bit. Or what I can do is reformulate with a super secret Sweet Force by Dola. It's called Sweet Force. It uses erythritol. There you go. Uses erythritol, stevia, and monk fruit. Uses monk fruit to mask the aftertaste of stevia and erythritol for the cooling nature that it leaves on your tongue. All of it's a sweetener. All of it uses natural sweeteners, but it's meant to streamline my whole process. So we're going to be using this and my agave as well when I get to it. I'm only going to be mixing up new batches. I'm not going to be trying to mix up the old raspberry lime because I still have that in a can. So I can just go grab that can. Actually, I should just go place one in the fridge quickly. I was about to say I haven't done this in so long, but let's be honest here. It's mainly been like 3 months. So I couldn't have forgotten that much. Just need to make sure the scale is calibrated 100%. And then we're fucking ready to go. It's going to be easy peasy lemon squeezy. Now, you could say, oh, Harry, aren't you afraid that someone's going to copy you by saying that you use Dola's ingredients? It's like, nah. Why? Because there's like 100 of each flavor. There's 100 different raspberries, 100 different limes. Just depends on really which one you ended up on. Which one I guess you were lucky enough or unlucky enough to get a hold of. Coolios. Let's get into it. Let's see where we left off previously. All right, let us get into this. Okay, now, so like I said, removal of stevia. You know, you think gram scales would be like, I don't know. I feel like I fucked this one. I mean, it's from Anaconda. I feel like it's like a camping one. It's meant to be heavy duty and durable, but far out, man. This thing cannot calibrate for the life of me, for the life of it. You put the 20 gram weight on. It says pass. I take the 20 gram weight off, and it sits at 0.004. Fucking whatever. I just got to keep that in mind. So I gotta put the new tilt formula and we're gonna do Sweet Force, yeah? And then there's this other product that they have, which is called, that's lemon flavor, for the lemon iced tea I was thinking of doing. That's orange for the passion fruit, I think. Multi-Sense. It's called Multi-Sense, natural. It's like a natural thickener. I forget what it was made from. I haven't even gone over all I know is that it's a natural thickener. It helps with the mouthfeel because we're gonna remove the agave. I'm thinking of removing the agave as well because the agave is actually the most expensive sweetener to get. I think it's $8 a kilo. And it doesn't sound like much, but when you're talking about cents on a can, and when your can costs you $1.89 and 7 cents of that is agave, and it's only 4 grams. Oh, well, it's 5.1 in the other one. But it costs quite a bit. The costs add up. So I want to try and remove that one. I really only had that one in there for mouthfeel because I wanted a natural thickener, and I mean, it had a double job where it added a little bit of sweetness to it as well. Not that much, really. It's only, a teaspoon that I used. A little bit more than a teaspoon. But yeah, it added that extra bit of mouthfeel, that weight on your tongue. But I'm going to try and remove it as well just to streamline the ingredients to make life easier. And we're using not better ingredients, not worse ingredients, the same. I mean, this one's from Dola. We're going to be moving across to Dola because of the lead time. I mean, 2 weeks is a lot better than 6 weeks if nothing goes wrong with shipping. Last time I did this, my stuff got stuck in customs for 2 weeks, and I think I got it the day before we what's it called? Put everything into production, which was fucking wild. But anyway, let's get into this. Alright, well, we're on batch number. I had to leave for a little bit, we had an inspection, but we're on batch number 4, and I'm starting to see an issue with this stuff that I'm using, as in mainly the Sweet Force is, mainly the Sweet Force is the foam. I think I just pressed the garage button in my pocket. Any Uzis, I'm starting to see a problem, and the only problem I'm really seeing right now, I think I've got the sweetness down pat. I was mixing it up with water. So what I did was I got a glass of water, and I was just adding a little bit more sweetener of this Sweet Force stuff in the other glass, and then in the glass on the right, I had the actual sweeteners that I use, as in the 4 grams of agave, 7 grams of erythritol, and like the 0.65 of stevia. I mixed that up in there, and I would be drinking the water on the left, which was the Sweet Force, and adding more until I got to the right sweetness and consistency, or the approximate one that the other one had. And that's where I got to number of 4 grams. But yeah, I'm starting to see it fizz up, but let's see what we've done with this one, how this one goes. Mia reckons that the other one that she had, she couldn't decide which one was better between the Tilt canned or this one. And that to me is a win. That means that they're indistinguishable in taste. So then I've done the right job, which is successfully fully replace the sweetener. But I think I can make a little bit of a tweak. I've always thought that raspberry lime could have a little bit more flavor to it. I think that's the fucking one. Let's go get Mia to try this before she puts the baby to sleep. I'll just tell her. Mia!
What?
I need you to quickly try this.
What is that?
What are you doing? Can you please try this?
Is that the raspberry?
It's raspberry lime.
That's nice. That's really nice. It kind of tastes like an icy pole. There we go, sweet. Put your thing in.
How do you rate it compared to the other one that you had?
No, I prefer that one.
This one, yeah?
Yeah.
That's what I was waiting for. I think I've successfully masked the aftertaste. Maybe not. Maybe I haven't. I've reduced the aftertaste as much as I can. Anyway, back to this. Now, Savoys are apparently, my wife told me she Googled it, like ginger, palate cleanser. I'll only eat half at a time. Make sure I mix it up, baby. It's like hot in here. She just wants to crawl, she doesn't want to go to sleep. Alright. Now, you got to keep in mind, if you ever wanted to jump on the journey of even you formulating your own drink, never, ever, this is the reason why I get caffeine OD hard, never, ever test it on a single sip or like on one mouthful. The drink is completely different from top to bottom, okay, as in like, it might taste really nice in one shot, but it's too much to drink in a 250ml can, or whatever your format's gonna be. It's the best way to go about it, and it's the best way to avoid, okay, so for example, if I had a drink, let's say this one, and it was really sweet, but it was delicious in a shot format, and like the 30ml that you'd be testing, because you don't wanna have a caffeine overdose. Let's say you don't wanna have a caffeine overdose, so you only wanna try it in like a 30-50ml shot. And it tastes really good. It could be too overpowering in an entire 250ml, 330, 500ml setting. So you have to keep that in mind. So that's why you can't just drink, I can't just have a shot of it like this. If I could, I would do it to avoid my heart racing constantly and then getting, headaches, diarrhea, bloating. What else do I get? Sleepy. End up getting so sleepy when you have a lot of caffeine. And we're talking like we end up doing 8 to 10 a day when I do these mixing thingies. Anywho's, so, and you want to finish up a whole can or like the whole amount, or even like most of it anyway, to make sure that you're also not getting an aftertaste, because there's different parts. I wish I could, there's the head, the body and the legs. Think of it like you, yeah? There's your head, your body, and then your legs. Different parts of the drink. Head, It's like when you smoke a cigarette. That might not be a good example. Let's say like when you smoke a cigarette. The first puff, different. If you have a Mac and you want to crush it, the first part or the first third of a cigarette is a different taste to the middle third to the end third. Arguably, for me, the first third of a cigarette is the best taste. Yeah. And then the further down I go, the worse it tastes. So then if it gets halfway through, bang, I pop the crush and there's the flavor to take over whatever shit it tastes like. It's the same as a drink. Just keep that in mind. I'm gonna go get this. Awesomeness. That was the first hit of diarrhea that's come through. Batch, the one that you just saw me try, I thought was really, really, really fucking good. I actually think it's better than the raspberry lime I have in a can now. But the only problem I'm thinking, after it's been maybe 10 minutes since I've tried it, is maybe it's a little bit too sweet. So I'm going to drop the sweetener down from 4 to 3.6 grams. So just drop it 10%, see if that makes a difference. Because it is quite potent, and see how we go from there. Then next time you'll see me, we'll be trying it out, testing it, see if it works, see if it's any good. And yeah, if it's still a little bit too sweet, we keep dropping it down, but I've got to keep the mouthfeel because I'm not using a thickener. This sweetener is acting as a thickener as well. We'll see how we go. Okay. Drum roll. And done. I have no idea what's wrong with me. Anyways. So I think this is batch 5 that we're doing. The one with the 10% less sweetener. Let's give it a go. I don't know. Let's give it a go. I think it's fucking bang on. Holy shit. It's not overly sweet now. Before it was like, it wasn't overly sweet before. Before it was a nice sweet, but not like a refreshing sweet. Like a little bit too much. But now it's just like, you get like the sourness of the lime and the sweetness of the raspberry with like a tarty tone. Wait. I know this isn't the best way to do it cold. I left the water out, so I mean it's like 30 degrees today. But I think I'm gonna mix this up here. It's gonna taste a little bit watered down, but I'm gonna leave it at that. I think that's pretty fucking good. Yeah. Tastes somewhat like a Calippo. I've got to stop drinking all of them. I'm going to have a heart attack by the end of today. Far out. Alright, so that's a raspberry lime done. Done. I like that. I like that a lot. That is fucking solid. Solid. Now the aftertaste. We'll see the aftertaste. Alright, that's the only problem I'm finding is the lingering aftertaste. Yeah. Other than that, oh, it's not that bad of an aftertaste. It's not too overpowering or overbearing. This is what I'll do. Retest tomorrow. It's always good to wait one day and to test it. I'll retest this one for the raspberry lime. I'll retest it tomorrow. I think it's pretty good. I don't know if there's an aftertaste in my mouth or not because I've done so many of these. But I think that's on point. So what I'll do now, what we'll do now, if that's the raspberry lime done, lime through it, I've got to do the peach iced tea flavor now. Now the peach iced tea is critical. Only because I had this other one bang on with the Lipton. So I can't fuck around with it and screw it up. I need it to be bang on with the Lipton peach iced tea. So this one might take a little bit more tweaking and I might have a heart attack by the end of today. And you know what? I used to mix up drinks without caffeine. But I was so over ODing on them. I remember once I got the most perfect tasting drink ever. Caffeine is extremely bitter. Extremely. I put the caffeine in, it was horrible. It was horrible. Because you need to balance that ingredient out hard. But we'll start working on the peach iced tea, so we'll keep you posted on how that goes.